So, let's talk about something. Why is it that some of our habits stick while others just poof, fade away? We're about to break down a really powerful framework that might just totally change how you think about personal growth. I mean, come on, we've all been there, right? You kick off the new year with some big resolution, you're fired up, you're motivated, and then by what, February? That fire is just kind of gone. It's so frustrating, and it's super easy to start thinking, oh, maybe it's me, maybe I'm the problem. But what if it's not you? What if the strategy is all wrong? Yeah, because a lot of the time, the issue isn't a lack of willpower, and it's not that your goal is a bad one. Nope. The real reason so many of us struggle is that we're going about the whole thing completely backward. And boom, this right here, this is the core idea. It's not about what you want to achieve, it's about who you want to become. Just that tiny shift in focus, well, it's pretty much the secret to building habits that actually become a part of you, not just something you do for a few weeks. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so to really wrap our heads around this, we need to look at what are called the 3 layers of behavior change. You can kind of think of it like an onion, you know? You've got the obvious stuff on the outside, but the real power, that's hiding right there at the core. All right, so layer number 1, the outermost layer, is all about outcomes. And let's be honest, this is where we usually live. It's the tangible stuff, the results you can see, losing 15 pounds, finishing that book, winning the championship. It's the finish line. Okay, moving one layer in, we get to the process. This isn't the end goal. It's what you actually do to get there. This is all about your habits, your systems. So think about your new workout routine at the gym, or maybe finally developing a meditation practice. That's the process. And then, right at the center of it all, we find the core, identity. This right here is the deepest and most powerful level of them all. It's not about what you do, it's about what you believe. It's your self-image, the story you tell yourself about who you are. It's you. So let's just recap real quick. Outcomes, what you get; process, what you do; and identity, what you believe. Now look, all 3 of these are important, right? But the direction you move through them, well, that changes everything. And this quote really nails it. This is kind of the aha moment of this whole thing. The problem isn't that one level is better than another, it's the direction of change. It's all about where you start. And yeah, most of us, without even thinking about it, we start from totally the wrong end. So let's talk about that common approach, the one that almost always ends in frustration. This is what happens when you focus on the outcome first. You're basically starting from the outside and trying to muscle your way in. See, most people start by focusing on what they want to achieve. We create what we call outcome-based habits. We say, I want to lose 20 pounds, or I'm going to run a marathon. We get fixated on that shiny goal. But here's the problem. When you do that, you never actually challenge the beliefs that are driving your behavior in the first place. You're trying to change what you do without changing who you are. So what's the alternative? Well, instead of that outside-in approach, we flip it. We build from the inside out. And this is where the magic happens. The alternative is to start by focusing on who we wish to become. This is the whole idea behind identity-based habits. We don't start with the what. We start with the who. We ask a totally different and honestly a way more powerful question. Okay, let's break this down side by side. On one hand, you've got outcome-based habits. The focus there is all on what you want to achieve. But on the other hand, you have identity-based habits, and here the focus is on who you wish to become. See the difference? It's subtle, but it's a total game changer. It reframes every single thing you do. Let's get really practical with this. The goal isn't just write a book. That's a huge, scary outcome, right? Instead, the identity is become a writer. And what do writers do? Well, they write. Same thing with running. The goal isn't just run a marathon. The identity is become a runner. And runners, they run consistently. You see that shift? Suddenly, the big outcome isn't this massive thing you're chasing. It's just the natural result of being the person you want to be. So who do you want to become? Because here's the bottom line. Real, lasting behavior change is identity change. You're not just adding a new habit like it's an accessory. You are literally upgrading who you are. Think of it this way. Your habits are how you embody an identity. Every single action you take is like casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. So when you skip the fries and get a salad, that's one vote for I'm a healthy person. When you sit down and write just one single page, that's a vote for I'm a writer. These little habits,
They become the daily proof that you're building the identity you've chosen.
So the real question isn't what do you want to achieve? It's who do you wish to become? That's the powerful question I want to leave you with. So instead of just getting bogged down by your next big goal, just take a second today and ask yourself that. Decide on the person you want to be. Because once you've got the who figured out, you'll be amazed at how the what and the how just fall into place.